Dr. Asner, from your experience, which are the two main recommendations from the governments to adapt their infrastructure to climate change in a successful way?
Two of the main recommendations. One would be to try to have a plan that allows for the integration of natural ecosystems with the built environment in a way that provides the natural services that are available from nature to protect the built environment itself. One of those is the regulation of hydrological flow that's provided by natural forests and natural vegetation. That's a key element in this that's missing, and that needs to be a foundation in the process. The other one is the plan needs to be adaptive. What we don't know is how frequent these flooding and drought events are going to occur and how strong they're going to be. And so we've heard some speakers talk about overbuilding or over-engineering the system for some of the worst case conditions and hoping that you don't exceed those. You have to do the same with your natural forest or nature capital as well, where you have enough of it intact that you can lose some of it in the worst case scenario and still have resilience and resistance for the future after that, whatever major event occurs.
Which opportunities related to climate change have been taken by the governments, by the countries in this region, in North America?
One of my favorite examples of utilizing nature to both not only protect the built infrastructure but to actually enhance it comes from Panama, where the Panama Canal Zone has been so carefully developed in its infrastructure that the forest and natural systems that surround it are actually used in the management of the canal zone itself. Those forests, for example, during large rainfall events, they absorb a lot of the water and then release it more slowly back into the canal rather than having a rush of water into the canal, which would close the canal.
Which are the three main aspects to take in account in order to develop the infrastructure not affecting the forest and the environment?
Okay, you have choices to make when you're trying to protect forests or to use forests as part of your overall portfolio. One is you want to have enough forest available to undergo losses. It's having a balanced portfolio in that way, where if you have a climate event and you lose part of the forest, say some species in the forest or a portion of a mountain, or it could be geographic or biological, you still have enough biological infrastructure to keep going. And another one is as the system is redeveloped, the infrastructure is redeveloped, you have to have a flexible enough plan to relocate forests and to move ecosystems in conjunction with the rest of the infrastructure. That's a critical component that we don't see happening very often at this point. It's very difficult, but the current science is advanced enough to allow for that kind of planning to at least have the opportunity to make that happen. A good example is after the major flooding from Hurricane Katrina, we just heard about not only were the levees rebuilt, but the actual positioning of the natural ecosystem was adjusted to have a better plan for the future for the next major flooding event. So it's an adaptive system that way.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adler.